Now that we have a working program, I'm going to go over a little bit more about some programming principles that you should know. So in our last video, we put together the River Falls Construction Company assignment 1 for this course. We'll be using this as our template for moving forward for all further instructions until I get bored of it. So, one thing we need to talk about is global variables versus local variables, aka the concept of scope. All variables have what is called a scope, that is, the area in which they exist. These, which are declared outside of everything, are called global variables. These can be referenced in any function, any class, anything, and their value is accessible to all parts of the program. This isn't necessarily a good thing. You don't necessarily want a lot of global variables, because that can get confusing. So, I'm gonna comment out this block here, and I'll use a demonstration. So if I were to create function test var, what happens if I use let local var equals 50? And I call up here test var. Up here I want to do let main var equals 30. Down here I will print local var. We already know what that's going to show, but what about up here? What if I do it up here? What will happen then? Notice it's not even appearing in the autocomplete. But if I type it anyways, I try and run this, and what's going to happen? Local var is not defined at main, line 28. That's right here. So if I get rid of this, local var is 50, main var is 30. So, to explain what's happening here, actually I should add a little bit more things. So if I go down to test var again, console.log price car, I run it now, you'll see the 6,000 was stuffed in there from right here. So what's happening here? Well, when you declare a variable inside a code block, it only exists for the duration of that code execution. So this little main var here can only be used within main. Similarly, this local var down here can only be used instead of test var. This is called the scope. So whenever you see a variable declared inside a function, remember it will not exist once that function exits.